Hello everyone, today I am doing my current tech event on the Earlens contact hearing solution, which is a new type of hearing aid that vibrates the eardrum directly in order to produce sound waves in the inner ear, as opposed to simply amplifying the sound waves next to the eardrum like typically done with traditional hearing aids.
The ear was perfectly designed to help us hear. The outer ear captures sound waves and funnels them down the ear canal toward the eardrum. Once sound waves reach the end of the ear canal, they vibrate the eardrum, which moves the tiny bones of the middle ear and stimulates the hearing sensory cells inside the cochlea. The cochlea sends information up the hearing nerve to the hearing centers of the brain, allowing us to hear the world of sound. With hearing impairment, it becomes difficult to hear sounds, and some pitches are more difficult to hear than others. This can make it very difficult to understand the world around you because much of the sound information is missing. Conventional hearing aids try to solve this by capturing sound and pushing amplified sound waves through a tiny speaker to make soft sounds easier to hear. But they can only effectively amplify a limited frequency range, resulting in poor sound quality and an incomplete listening experience. Instead of using a tiny speaker, Earlens replicates the natural hearing process using a tailor-made lens that's tiny enough to fit on your eardrum with no surgery required. The processor captures sound from the outside world and sends sound information through the ear tip to a custom lens that gently vibrates the eardrum. Earlens delivers incredibly natural sound quality and more complete sound than conventional hearing aids, so you can hear sound the way it was meant to be heard.
Yeah.
Earlens, a new lens on life.
So now we're gonna look at kind of the specs of this device. It currently costs about $6,000 per ear. So if you need it in both ears, obviously $12,000 total. It's a completely rechargeable battery. There's no replacement batteries ever required. And this device can also sync to any Apple product, and it can stream sound directly into that lens that's implanted next to the eardrum. So anything from phone calls to music, TV shows, etc. Any type of sound that your iPhone can produce, or any of your Apple products really, those waves can be transmitted in that device that's directly next to the eardrum. In order to get this device, you have to get 2 sets of ear impressions taken, so that way the device can mold specifically to your eardrum. And the only type of maintenance that's required is a few drops of mineral oil into the ear each week. I did have a few discussions here. Obviously, we're not in class today, so I won't go too in depth on these, but in terms of how it relates to OT, older adults are a huge population that we serve, and many of those people within this population experience hearing loss. It can also help increase occupational engagement by allowing those that are hard of hearing to increase their social participation as well as other occupational pursuits. And we have some discussion questions here as well. The first one is, what areas of occupation do you think could be improved by this Earlens system for clients who experience hearing loss? And this can really apply to any of them, just depending on the client and what's meaningful and valuable to them. And then the second one, do you think it's necessary for all clients with hearing loss, or do you think it should be recommended on a case-by-case basis? This was more of like an active discussion question if we would have been in person, but you can see if clients maybe don't need such a wide range of frequencies in their daily lives, or if their hearing is not that bad, a traditional hearing aid may be more applicable for them, especially if the price is a little bit better. But it can also be seen that this can be extremely revolutionary for so many people with hearing loss. So thank you guys so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of your snow day.